Many people hear the word genotype, but do you know that very few understands why you should know what your genotype is? Some even feel that they should only know their genotype when they're about getting married, while some only think that when need arises, that is when they should know their genotype. But knowing your genotype can save you from a whole lot. It can save you from that emotional pain. It can save you from future financial stress. And it can save you from lifelong illnesses, even for your children. So what is genotype? The genotype is a type of gene that you either inherit from your father or your mother that determines the structure of your red blood cell. Now, let me break this down a little bit. Your red blood cell is very flexible and they are biconcave in shape. Actually, they contain hemoglobin, which help with the transportation of oxygen around your whole body. It is flexible in the sense that it can pass through your blood vessels. Here is the exact thing I'm talking about. But for your sickle cell, when one has a sickle cell, which is inherited through the genotype from either your father or your mother, it will be sickled shape in nature, which will have an abnormal hemoglobin and has an abnormal shape, which makes it a problem for this cell to flow through your blood vessels, thereby causing pain and causing organ failure. Now, there are different forms of genotype that we have. We have the AA, the AS, the SS, the AC, and the SC. It is important you know what your genotype is because certain combination of genotype can either determine if your children will come down with the sickle cell diseases or not. Now, genotypes such as AA and AA can marry someone with the genotype AA, a very excellent combination. And the genotype of AS cannot marry another person with the genotype of SS because you people have the 50% chance of having children with the sickle cell diseases. Now, a person that has a genotype of AS and marries another person of AS has a 25% chance of having a child who will come down with the sickle cell diseases. That is a 25% chance. One with a genotype of AA can also marry one with AS. It only means that your children will be carriers of that sickle cell, but they won't come down with sickle cell disease. They are only carriers. Now, here is the myth most people think. Most people think that love can change their genotype. No, it doesn't happen that way. If you are an AS and you find someone with an AS2, please don't. If you're an SS and you find someone that has a genotype of AS, if you're an SS and you have another person that has an SS, please don't. Love cannot change your genotype. It will only bring emotional pain, financial stress, and lifelong health challenges for you and your children. Now, another thing people think, prayers. Yes, prayers comes with lots of miracles, but God has also given us wisdom. God has also given us wisdom to create technology that can help us to detect what kind of genotype we have to prevent these illnesses from coming on later on. So, in as much as God has given us wisdom, you too should be wise enough to know your genotype and know who you should settle with and who you shouldn't settle with. So, thank you for staying with me. Know your genotype today and know who is your correct genotype combination.